And that's the reason why buying a high-end luxury SUV like the Bentley Bentayga 2021 reviewed today, because anyone can walk into a dealer and buy the same SQ7 or X5M or GLE. The one driving for this review didn't just come out of the Crewe factory with the spec that some dealers chose because it had sold 3 dozen such ones. On the contrary, someone, somewhere, had long been thinking hard about what this Bentayga would look like. Leather, paints and veneers are all hand-picked and finished by hand to order. That brings rather neatly to changes to the Bentley Bentayga 2021. Up front, Bentley widened the grille and installed new headlight reflectors that really look like jewelry. The result is a sleeker appearance, reminiscent of changes to the latest iteration of the Continental GT. But it was the rear of the Bentayga that really needed surgery, and the operation was successful, with a large square taillight that any SUV could have, and with a slick new set of oval lights with sequential yellow turn signals in the middle. The lamp sits on a reshaped tailgate that now runs the full width of the car. It looks nicer than the old Bentayga from behind, but not as good from the side, as there is now an unsightly seam between the tailgate edge and the side body. Inside, the Bentley Bentayga 2021 gets a new 10.9-inch high-resolution touchscreen, the installation of which results in a rather handsome mid-stack overhaul. New square vents at the top flank a jeweled analog clock, all set in a fun-winged motif. The founder of WO Bentley did some pretty impressive work with aircraft engines in World War I, so there's a historical connection there. The beautiful new digital dashboard features smooth animations and allows Audi's nifty trick to have the map moving right in front of the driver. The center console has remained largely unchanged, and hopefully Bentley will rethink its extensive use of chrome. There's not a lot of sunshine at Bentley's headquarters in Crewe, but it's getting plenty of California sunshine, and the dazzling reflection at midday is what Salah is striking. Rear seat passengers enjoy more knee space and a small touchscreen for temperature control and other functions. The detachable screen makes it more like a tablet, really, which is a pretty ingenious fix for the problem of being too close to the floor. The test car for this review has a simple bench seat, but the Bentayga can also be had with a dual rear bucket which now reclines further, or an optional third row. Bentayga 2021. Why, exactly as it should be. The 542 horsepower twin-turbo V8 engine runs silently until it boots, or maybe we should say Gucci loafer or Louboutin heel pedal, at which point it exerts all the power one wants in a vehicle like that. Bentley claims a 0 to 60 mph time of 4.4 seconds, but it's the V8's always on trait that really stands out. Power is always at the ready. The V8 is the only power option for now, but a hybrid version and the W12 speed are in the works. Handling. Yes, that's fine too. The Bentayga is equipped with the optional Bentley dynamic ride suspension, but it doesn't spend too much time pushing it around corners. Instead, I sailed around Beverly Hills and Bel Air. Bentayga's primary mission is to bring you silence and isolation, and it does, even though the ride is taut enough not to tarnish the Bentley racing legacy. Braking and steering efforts are all in the fun zone. And if you do drive the SUV, the response is quite happy. One of the advantages of the VW group that owns the Bentley is that Audi's bones are always visible just below the surface. A person who is looking to spend a fortune on an SUV so that it can drive over the winding canyon roads could choose better. A recommendation is the Maserati Levante Trofeo, which was recently tested, similar to the Ferrari SUV we were going to get until Ferrari started making SUVs. The Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 and BMW X5M are in-your-face bruisers, athletic enough to live up to their promise of muscle-bound style, but their brute force is the nouveau riche gauche style. The Bentley Bentayga 2021 is an old car, designed for people who want their attendance to be announced by a murmur rather than a scream. In large part because of the interior. Have no complaints about the atmosphere. The interior of the Bentayga is one of the best things to ever experience in life. The attention to detail and customization and finish is so flawless, it would be hard to believe that most of it is handcrafted. Had not visited the Crewe factory and actually seen the hands that made it. Would have appreciated the Bentayga interior if you had seen how it fits.